Well, welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Craig Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. At Barclays Center, the fans here in Brooklyn amped up for their Nets. They return victorious from an undefeated road trip back to the loving embrace of their hometown faithful.
Well, the start of a homestand here, a short one, but nonetheless a very important one, so you want to get off to a good start.
Well, compared to the rest of the league, C-Web, both these teams play at a very deliberate pace, not up and down, but they're thoughtful in the way they attack.
Yeah, and we usually see this style of play more on the East Coast. And there's nothing wrong with taking time to run through the offense and make sure that you see every option. If you keep the ball moving, it can wear a team down on defense. Very rarely do you see a team play defense for the full 24 seconds of a shot clock.
Good perspective. Here's Curry. And the rejection by Zubac. But they get it back. Brown right side. And Brown throws it down hard.
What an athletic play from Brown, showing off his mad hops on these jams.
On its way from Curry for two. The Nets get it back in a new 24. Those three-pointers off the mark.
He hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Brown outside. And Baamute with it. Beverly for three.
Not the fastest, biggest guy, but Steph's competitiveness allows him to be a good defender.
From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Brooklyn. Stolen by Collins. It's Curry outside. And the Nets, another three.
Always looking to fire away from outside the arc. Curry is a master in these shots.
There's Brown with the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Brown's got 5 points so far. Coach Dave Yeager never missed the playoffs as head coach in Memphis. Chris, is it tough to go from that kind of success to a team now in rebuild mode?
You bet it is. I mean, it's a different challenge to build something from the ground up. It takes a lot of patience. You have to appreciate the small moments of progress, even when the wins are few.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, you gotta love the explosiveness. Brown just eating up any lane to the basket he sees.
Curry looking around. Over Beverly. Made that one only his fourth of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's gonna get even bigger if he keeps this up.
And here's Cephalosha. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Jacks up a three. They grab their own miss. Curry outside. That shot no good.
He's trying to help him add to this lead, but he just can't find his touch.
Here's Harden. Some solid defense from Harris. From deep three-point range. Curry with another miss.
Look, he's He's got to find better looks, or he's never going to pull out that funk he's in tonight. And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years. And like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway, it's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots. Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
From outside the arc, Curry with another miss. 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. And Chris, you look at Harden's step back, there's a real different rhythm to it, isn't there?
I mean, he covers a lot of ground with that gather step. I mean, some fans even wonder if it's a travel. But I guess it's legal. Tremendous footwork crafted over countless reps in the gym.
Here's Curry. He's got 11. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes them a much more dynamic offense.
Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 6.
This is what great size in the backcourt gives you, the ability to equally challenge the defense on all 3 levels. Harden's incredible. That's not a possession they'll want to repeat. Despite the points, they got to get a better shot than that.
The Nets making a switch here. It's stolen by Haslam. Here's Williams. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Williams has got his first 2 points.
He's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
The Kings leading. Goes up on the high post. No good off the front iron.
The defense is doing just enough to bother him on the jump.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
To the inside. Haslam, that's good.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Shot, high post. And too long on the shot. Sacramento with the ball. To the paint. Kicks it out to Harden. Inside. And the jam by Udonis Haslam.
Hits the moving target with the lead pass. He made it look so easy.
Stolen by Harden. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. It's Sacramento. And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And it's sent back by Plumlee. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Nets trailed by 4. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a second foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
The Nets on offense. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Curry gets the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Well, you know, I know this. The city of Sacramento supports and they live and die with their king. The team came within a hair's breadth of moving. Let's remember that for the fans. Pride and relief that they prevailed.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
Part of this falls on the defense. I mean, you know he's hot. You'd like to force someone else to shoot the basketball.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Takes a 3, but they'll get another chance. This one for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 25 points.
Using so many devices to get his shot. I mean, that time Curry on the catch and shoot.
Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And the technical free throw is good. You know, for years, the adage has been that, C-Web, big men take longer to develop than other positions. Does that still ring true today?
I don't think so. I think today the point guard position, because the point guard position is the toughest position in the game. I think when the big men did take the longest to develop, it was because the big man position, the center and power forward, were the toughest, and that's kind of changed. Cat and B didn't take very long to develop. Big men coming to the league, they're more polished now, and I think the fact that the coaches, the coaching, the skill sets now are so much more alike that guys can make an easier adjustment to the game because they've been playing their game and adjusting a lot longer than maybe the players before that had to find a different role once they entered into the close.
Shoots. And it's off the back rim. No good.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws the shot off.
Harden, no good.
He has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Zubac. And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, Steph Curry, widely regarded as the best shooter in the history of the game. He's been so successful playing point guard in the NBA at times, I think we forget that he transitioned from playing shooting guard in his younger days.
The Kings trailing. Here's Harden. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. You know, Greg, a lot of players can't make that switch from shooting guard to point guard. You've got to give Steph a lot of credit.
He's worked tirelessly. I mean, we've all seen those three-game ball handling drills. He's still prone to a careless turnover, too, but on the plus side, he rebounds like a shooting guard. And today's point guards are expected to score much more than in days past.
One shot.
Free throw good, Curry.
I expect to see Bigfoot outside the building if Curry misses 1 or 2 free throws in the game. That's how good he is at the line.
And so here's Sacramento. They trail by 6. Here's Brown. Wiggins with the block. And they're able to recover. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Brown.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. The Kings trail by 6. Looking to end his cold spell. Got a piece of it. They recover it. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Here is Harden. 8 points for him.
He's the key if they're going to make a run. He's been way off this score.
No good on the quick 3.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
1:41 left in the first half. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
And they pick up 2.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. And Baamute can't get it to go.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
To the middle. Here's Wiggins. Good. And a nice assist from Felton. Wiggins has got his second basket.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Brooklyn leading by 6. To the inside. Here's Felton. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
What about the ascension of Jaylen Brown? I mean, come on. He's an uber athlete, super smart, strong, long wingspan, and very raw coming into the league.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Nets. 4-point game. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound, Nets. Launches it. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
No question. It's not easy to be patient, but you really don't want to give up an extra possession.
Oh, no. He's the last guy you want to put on the line. You can just about book the points every time he steps up there. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now Harris. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about... And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. AC Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Whoa, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back-to-the-basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Towns, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school.
Yes.
He's just a guard in the big man's body.
And here are the Kings now, trailing by 2. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Brooklyn with the ball. No good on the quick three. Pass to Zubac. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And the Nets with possession here. Curry from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Zubac. On up the court. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, and Beverly's a guy who loves physical contact. He really tries his best to absorb the contact on his shots to draw these fouls.
All free throws good from Beverly. Brooklyn trailing. Right side Curry. Stolen by Beverly. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
No good from the wing. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Takes the three. Here's Plumlee. From deep. And it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 33 points.
Oh, just taking what the defense gives him. Curry's able to run the pick and roll in just such a variety of ways.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Releases. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Curry's got 35 in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Here is Mbamute. And he can't bank that one in. From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Timeout called the Nets.
Well, newsflash, the league has fallen hard for the three-pointer. Steph Curry, he breaks his own three-point shooting record year after year. No player epitomizes that more than Steph Curry, whether it's highlight-worthy heats or setting records or winning titles. His long-range mastery has shifted the NBA landscape.
The Kings trailing. Pass to Brown. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. The quick look, no good that time. Chris, I've heard someone say that Steph Curry's success was, to a degree, hurting the game because kids just want to shoot threes now. Do you buy that?
Well, I definitely understand what they meant. They meant that, you know, guys don't want to get the fundamentals, kids being that because they see the highlight of Steph Curry. And I think that's actually a compliment. When I played basketball, I would go right out and dunk. That didn't mean Dominique or Michael Jordan messed the game up. But definitely their dunk overshadowed the basics of the game, and coaches were complaining back then. So that's all that means. But you see thousands of kids showing up early to games to watch Steph's ball handling drills. Steph is the best three-point shooter that the NBA has ever seen, and it shifted the dynamic of the NBA. I think, you know, they understand how much work he puts into his overall games, and it's up for coaches at a young age to explain that.
Timeout called by the Kings. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
In the corner, Harden. Over Harris. They get it again. Maker. That's tipped. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Harden outside. Harden draws the double. Back to Maker. Pass to Hernangomez. Sacramento moving it around. And once again off the mark by Sacramento.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
It's Curry outside.
What a game he's having on the boards. Even their big fellas can't keep him off the glass.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
Here's Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, Kevin, you can't afford to leave someone open around Curry. He's great at keeping his head on a swivel.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower. The Kings have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Not what you expect out of him. He was due to cool off a little, I guess.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket. This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
It's deflected.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Sacramento. On the wing, Harden. From deep. But he stays with it to end the run. That shot missing. So Brooklyn will take it the other way.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Timeout called, the Nets.
All right now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center to welcome to the court your next dancer.
The Nets on offense. They're on a 19-4 run right now. Pass to Lopez. A second chance effort. And here's Felton from the arc. Here's Robertson. Down low. Wiggins with it. 6 on the shot clock. Over Hernangomez. Outside for Felton. Pass to Robertson. Over to the left wing. Wiggins from outside. Offensive rebound. Outside Felton. To the middle. Taken away by Williams. Got it off in time. And so it's Brooklyn. 13. And thanks for joining us again, folks. 2K Sports broadcasting here on MLK Day, bringing you the NBA. And so it's Brooklyn with it. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Floats it up for Wiggins. Lopez with the ball. Now guarded by Maker. Pass to Portis. To the paint. Here's Robertson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the dunk by Maker.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that one. Get a body on him.
Back to Robertson. Down low. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's just a lack of communication. Two guys just not on the same page.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
Man, this is a joke. Right? I mean, there have been some glimpses of hope, but they've been few and far between.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He's not satisfied with their effort level. He said, we're not hustling out there, guys. We are not going to win that way. I promise you. We've got to get after it. We'll see how his team responds.
Shot clock at 6. Brown outside. From deep three-point range. And Brooklyn turns it over again.
Sacramento ball.
The Kings trail by 13. Here's Harden. The high post shot. And he gets the bucket.
And Harden's pull-up jumper is just ridiculous. So quick, so lethal.
And here is Curry. Rebounded by Maker. Pass to Mbaa Moute. Here's Zubac.
That's his second personal foul.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Harden. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Curry outside. The Kings trail by 11. On the wing, Harden. Pass to Brown. Over Harris. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pulls up on the elbow. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
We all marvel at the offensive game of Harden, don't we? I mean, he's excellent at taking advantage of these in-between spots on the floor.
Shot clock at 5. It's Curry outside. Good D by Harden.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of the facilitator.
Timeout called by the Kings. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
So both teams changing it up here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Harden. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden is so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
They get it back. Outside for Curry. Shoots over Brown. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
The Kings trail by 10. And Harden with the stuff.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, Greg, it's not just you. I mean, it's the stat line, too. Look at what he's doing. A dominant night on the glass.
On its way from Curry for 2. And good. He nails it. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's the first that narrows the gap to 7. Tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Good on the first, and that turns the lead to 6.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Stolen by Beverly. Basket good.
I mean, just the silky shot from Beverly. He's so good at hitting these important shots.
Pass to Robertson. Outside Curry. Tipped away. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead.
And that is just a huge bucket from Beverly. I mean, he just has a knack for coming through in big ways for his squad.
Here's Curry with the 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Pass to Beverly. To take the lead. Count it!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 1. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry. Back to Zeller. Yes!
Well, he may not be quite the leaper his brother Cody is, but Tyler Zeller can definitely rock it.
And that's a foul. It's called Cephalosha. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And the second of 2 is good. That ties the game up.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Robertson. And a miss there on the triple.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go in the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really have the same effect.
Zeller. Back to Curry. Off target from downtown. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. The score is tied at 64. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. And Harden launches it from deep. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. So Sacramento will get the first possession. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Lopez with the block.
Well, Lopez is out there to set the tone defensively. I mean, he's a wildly strong defender who sends shots back with authority.
Pass to Collins. It's stolen by Brown.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Here's Curry. Over Beverly. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Curry's got 54 points. It's Harden with the drive. And it's sent back by Lopez. Harden outside. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
He doesn't take his foot off the gas. I mean, Harden attacks the D, either finishes or gets the foul.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
Now, that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Inside. Shoots from 8. Outside for Curry. Stolen by Beverly. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Kept alive. Pass to Zubac. Harden outside. 6 to shoot. Beverly wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
And what confidence from Beverly squaring himself up as the pass was coming his way. So he was ready to fire.
Outside for Curry. Lets it go. It doesn't go for him.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
The kick out to Brown. Pass to Mba'amute. Harden outside. From past the arc. The shot that time, not on target. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And stolen by Sefolosha.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Yeah, it's tough. Putting in that effort, but then walking away without that W. Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Sacramento. They lead by 4.
Time working against them here.
It's going to be crazy hard right now to catch up. They need a quick score and a quick foul.
Here's Collins. Count it!
It's easy to forget Curry's passing skills. I mean, he's proven he's more than a scorer. He's also a solid distributor.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the Nets may get a change here. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. The three from Cephalosha. Good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer. Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
And a timeout called by Dave Yeager. Robertson is going to pick up the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two. He sinks the clutch free throw. And so both free throws are good. And it's a two-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 2. 3 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.